Hi friends, today let's do some recycling and going to make a Mexican iconography style. Now what I've got is just a bit of old book. Now this is actually probably 1800s rag paper, but you could use any page out of a book. This one happens to be in French. Feels crinkly and feels divine. The typing that is on it is actually coming through to the other side. So it's been pressed quite, don't know if you can see it. You can see the embossing of the letters from the other side. Oh, it's just divine. So I'm going to decide that this side has a bit more embossing, but I think I like this side because it's a bit darker. So that's one book page. I've got a bit of black card. Now this black card is cut down from a larger A3, so in Australia anyway. Let me see. There at Officeworks, there's a brand called Quill, and you can get 25 of these A3 boards, and they're 210 GSM, which is a nice weight. So I've got those two things. That's my gatherings. I'm using a red and a blue Posca pen, and these ones are the 1MR. PC1MR, pin type it's called. So this is light blue, red, so they're fairly standard colours. The other thing I've got that I'm using to recycle is this cat food tin. Given it a wash, bit grungy there, but that's okay because that bit gets cut off. Sorry about the noise. If you've got some tin snips, that might be the best to use. So what I do is flatten it out and then just get rid of all these rough edges. And I just want to say thank you to Judy for showing me some beautiful work in her kitchen that her, what is it, your cousin or your sister? Cousin Sue, who also is in Melbourne, did, and she had cut hearts out of dog tins, and that kind of inspired me, and I'm quite happy to acknowledge if someone inspires me and to give them a shout out. So thank you to both Judy and Sue. So I decided I would do a heart, and I've drawn a heart. What I want to do as I'm drawing the heart, when I'm happy with the shape, is get something like the back of a pen. Maybe that's not quite as good, but the back of the pencil might be better. And just start to press in and rub in. If you want to make it a bit deeper, you could use something a bit sharper. And just keep working around till you're really happy with what it looks like, or you're happy that you've got it the shape you like. I don't mind if there's a few little bumps, you can iron them out a bit. Use a flat surface. the other way to get a bit more of a obvious shape. So you can see the shape quite well, but then I'm going to cut right around, maybe about 1/4 of an inch or 3 or 4 mil, or maybe not even, no, maybe not even that, maybe more like that amount around. It's a really simple little activity that I quite enjoyed when I did some the other day. Now, what I'm going to do, the thing about this particular kind of packaging, it's thin enough to do this. Just going to do tiny little snips all the way around. So you might not have Poscas, but it is a paint pen, so you could actually use some paint. And I've got just a pencil, or the back of a pencil, or the point of a pencil, and one cat food tin. Great little project. Just gonna, so just at the top of the heart and the bottom of the heart, I've just left a little gap so that when I'm folding these bits back under, they're not getting in the way or poking out. If you want to trim a little bit more, do so. Just to get each bit to tuck under. I haven't cut myself doing this, but I'm fairly cautious about it, so just beware. Try to look after yourself as you fold each bit under, as you go around. It's a great rainy day activity. If there's a little point like that, just get it to tuck under a bit if you're not happy with it. There we go. I'm just going to use the back of some scissors. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking about the Indian crafts where they make things like this too, and nothing's really new that any of us are doing. There's always been years and years of crafts in the background there that we're learning from and drawing from. Okay, so my next little thing that I'm going to do with my heart is use my pencil to press in as if it's riveted. All the way around. Just be careful not to press so hard that you break your lead. You could use an awl, however they are pretty sharp. Now I think you can decorate any way you like, but I'm liking the idea of a heart inside a heart. Do I want it that big or bigger? Maybe bigger. And this time I'm definitely using the pencil to just get it even further embossed down in there. Back of the pencil helps smooth out some bits. Wonderfully wonky heart. Now, my blue Posca. So you can see the fine nib, but it's perfect for just dotting in. Now, if I do a bit too much of that, I can get a big glob come out. So just be aware not to do the actual, like that activation press, which gets a big blob on this actual heart. I think you could use a Sharpie maybe for this. You could use a very fine brush and some acrylic paint. I'm just using some nice bright colours. I like the look of them. And my little heart in the middle. This is a really good flowing Posca, this red one. So occasionally you will get a Posca that's coming to the end of its paint flow, and you don't get as good a thing. Oh, this one's turned out very wonky, but I love it. Now, while all that's drying, because it does need to dry, I'm going to put that aside. And with my card, I'm just going to use a glue stick for the back of this paper. It is rag paper, so it's a composite, and it does seem to take glue stick really well. So I'm just off to the side, covering the whole thing. And you might want to do a better job of centering by measuring, but I kind of like to do it a bit by eye. Wipe off any excess glue. So here it is. So my heart, I don't know, I might do another one down here. I'm going to glue it up there. Now, what I've been using for mine, I might do something else on here. What I've been using for mine is Glossy Accents. It's a good clear gloss finish, but it also really works as a heavier duty glue. It sticks to things like this, like metals or gems or whatever, better than a glue stick would, or just a wet glue. This is by Ranger, so I'm sure you can put in Glossy Accents Ranger onto the internet, do a little search, and so I get a bit on, a fair bit, and make sure I've got sort of it out to the edges a bit. Now, definitely want it like somewhere like there. Now, it's going to need something on top of it to hold it down. So first off, just want to get any little bits of glue away from around it. And what I've been using is my little ink book. Give it a press. My little sketching ink book that I've been using. You can see it's still lifting a bit. And put something on it, something heavy, and leave it for a bit so as it can, you know, get in, the glue can seep into the paper and stick it a bit better. So this is the start of my little Mexican style iconography piece. It can go into a shadow box. You could put this into one of those deep picture frames. I'm unsure yet because I have to work on it. I'll show you the one I've already made previous. So this is a present for Judy. So this is going to Judy. Just make sure it's all in the frame there. So I decided to do a heart, and these are on Italian, 2 different types of Italian writings. I think they're from religious books from the nunnery, from Rachel, and just beautiful. And look, it's got the old worm paper. They're just gorgeous bits of paper. So that's going to Juju tomorrow when I have lunch with her and Sarah. And I hope you get inspired to make something like this. Added, I will actually just show you, as this is drying still a bit. I've got a yellow as well, and I've just added lines going off around. Of course, you can decorate to your heart's content. There's a little beautiful rays around the heart. Some lines through here. I actually went around the heart and I did a scrappy line, so it doesn't have to be an absolutely perfect line. And I think I did a little bit of yellow as well around this line, and it kind of created some bits to be a bit orangey when the red and the yellow mixed together, which I liked. Okay, so very quick and easy, not time consuming. I'm not sure if I'll do a little cross or something down here. I'll wait for the next cat tin to be available. But I hope you enjoyed that and got some inspiration. And thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.